Simplicity is the prerequisite for reliability. Edsger Dijkstra. And my friends, simplicity is what we are all about. And as we look at these charts today, sorry I'm coming to you a little late. We got some really bad weather coming in on us right now and trying to get this out to you as soon as I can. And I do appreciate your patience. I always try to do this right around the time the market is closed, but I am a couple of hours after that. But thank you for your patience with me. Now, what we saw happen, we see that the markets have rebounded up today, up 1.43% for the S&P and for the NASDAQ 100 over 2%. But as we look at where things are in regards to the Heikin Ashi candlesticks, we had a spinning top last week, pushed through the Heikin Ashi candlesticks. You can see how much we had as we ended. We ended up with, and again, this was a shortened trading week, right? It started after New Year's Day. So it started on the 2nd, only 4 days, but we had average volume. This week starting off okay, it's got 5 days to get up to that or higher, but we had lots of indecision there, but lots of volume. What does that tell us? Which way is it going? Hard to tell until we have some follow-on candles. 4 days of down movement, you can see on the 2-day chart. We have a green spinning top, almost a doji right now up in the morning, further up in the afternoon on the half day. Look at all the volume there. We can see the volume here, not really half of what it was in the 2 prior 2-day candles, and it has one more day to draw. So we are cautious, seeing where things are going, making no decision at this point. Couldn't make a decision here. We didn't have higher than average volume where things peaked. So it didn't help us in making a decision as to whether the markets are going down or not. Good thing you didn't jump in, because you would have immediately lost 1.43%. Now, as we look at the NASDAQ, we see about the same thing, except it was up even more, over 2%, 2.07. Last week we had a red down candle, didn't even have average volume there, had no volume topping here to give you, it didn't have, higher than average volume. You can see the last move up, how things peaked down and then higher than average volume with a green spinning top as things turned over to move up. We don't have that. So we don't have our telltale signs that give us the confidence to jump into a down or an up move. So what are we doing? We're keeping our powder dry, seeing what's going on. Now let's look at bonds. Same kind of thing here, up for the day about 1%, 0.99%, so almost 1%. And you can see that in the morning, lots of indecision up in the afternoon. But look, going on 3 red down candles, down last week. We had a red spinning of almost a doji there, forming. Now remember, these are Heikin Ashi candlesticks, so even though it was up, the Heikin Ashi is measured, of course, differently. It helps us see average trend. That's what we're looking for. And we see that, again, downward pressure showing there, even though up for the day, had all this volume, but didn't have the volume prior, for a topping out. So again, gives us some concerns as to exactly what's happening. We did have a lot of volume here where it tried to get up to the high, but then things just kept moving up. And then they died. So again, not the telltale signs that we feel comfortable with. Market is in flux. Now, we don't feel comfortable pulling the trigger on a down move. Now, of course, pulling that up move, since we broke that trend line last week, taking profit on that move, absolutely. Same as we saw with the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ 100. Once we broke that trend line, ended that week, doesn't mean we can't go back in. But again, when we see those kinds of signs, now we go to gold down 0.78%. Now, gold last week, lots of his indecision there, bouncing off what? The ceiling we were talking about. Gold making a strong down candle. And again, Heikin Ashi candlesticks, average pace. But that 0.78% spells a big down candle for us. 5 days of down movement, bouncing off that prior ceiling that gold has bounced off previously, going back to May. And then again, we saw it in late November and, of course, at the end of December, rolling down. So maybe we're looking to go short on a gold practice trade at the end of the week. What do we see? And again, all of these are practice trades. We're not a stock calling, Bitcoin, gold, bond calling service. We're an education firm. I want you to practice trade with us. Always want to give that caveat. What do we see going on with Bitcoin? Man, just keeps on abounding, up 4.80% up in the morning, further up in the afternoon, just running right up on that 2-day chart, half-day chart, and weekly chart. Bitcoin just keeps a booming. I mean, again, we saw it take off and builds up, slides sideways, pops up, slides sideways, and again, trying to move up. When's it going to stop? I don't know, but lots of news just keeps coming out as Bitcoin has gone on that week when things really started to take off from a high of 29.29 to a high of 42.68. Wow. Just since mid-October. That's where we are as we end the day. God bless you, my friends. Thanks for all your support and care. Be sure always to like our videos, subscribe to us at YouTube, and go to chartingwealth.com. Sign up there. That list is never spam, never shared, and it's where you get our daily trainings that we include in each of the emails. Just one email a day, 5 days a week, and it includes our daily reviews 4 days a week, and our once-a-week weekly review and forecast. God bless, my friends. All the best from the whole team at Charting Wealth World Headquarters, Patreon members. Thank you so much for your support.